Good morning, interwebs. So I just wanted to say a quick word before I go into work about something that I think, and this message is not for all of you. Okay, this is only for the people for whom the rock hits. All right, and I'm not here to pick on anybody or anything like that, but I did want to just kind of throw this thing out there, and that is, you are under no obligation to engage. Okay? You are under no obligation to engage people on the fucking internet. What am I really talking about here, right? So if you you know what? The other day I made a video and I was kind of praising some of you or all of you kind of in a generalized, clearly unscientific way about, being, responding or not responding to something I had written or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you guys did a good job that day. And I should not have done that. I should not have made that video, because every time I give something some props, a day later it turns around and it turns to shit. So today I guess I'm going to just have to clean up this shit. So, because y'all been wilding lately, and I know it's the internet, and people are going to be like, well, of course they're wilding, it's the internet. And it's like, yeah, but people are just taking liberties. All right. So I just want to make it clear that you are under no obligation to engage shit that is on the internet. You don't have to give your opinion on everything. You know why? Because no one asked for it. No one asked for your opinion. There's a reason why you feel compelled to give it. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Some part of you deep inside knows what it is. But I don't know what it is. And frankly, I don't care. I never write or post anything thinking, oh, this is going to be the stunner, right? Like, this one's going to be the bomb. This is going to be the one that's going to get 1,000 likes. I don't compose anything for the internet with that kind of expectation. I'm on the internet to express. That's it. Right? Like, I express a thought, I express a value, maybe a call to action. I'm sharing something that I actually care about more, but I use the internet to give that thing that is actually a value audience. But let's be clear, that I don't, if nobody likes anything, it is what it is. I went plenty of years where that was true. Right? It's kind of like that thing that Anthony Bourdain would say about going back to cooking. Right? Like, an interviewer would ask him, what happens if all of this ends tomorrow? Your success, you can't travel. What if all that ends? And Anthony Bourdain was like, look, I have worked in shitty kitchens most of my life. I know I can go right back to doing brunch and live and be able to live. So all of this shit is just icing. Okay? So I need y'all to understand that I'm not an influencer. I don't even get down with that. Like, that's not a goal. That's not a thing I care about. And frankly, I find that I do not really get along with people for whom that is a goal. So I'm not on here for that. I'm on here to convey information, to express maybe a joke here and there that y'all apparently can't take. But for the most part, that's it. I don't care if you engage. And I'm not, and here's the thing too. Here's the thing, all right? Because it sounds like I have a problem when I really don't, more or less. This is mostly helpful information, all right? And I know you know this, but you need to hear it, apparently. Most of you have an extremely unhealthy relationship with the internet. Extremely unhealthy. Like, you how to say this kindly? Like, y'all have expectations of the internet that are unrealistic, to say the least. Like, if you get upset because people don't like your shit and because people don't engage your shit, then the internet probably is not for you. I need you to get real with that, right? Like, I understand it can be very frustrating to see things that you think are like dumb and silly and or maybe even harmful, but blow up, right? Like that's, as far as I'm concerned, that is the entire premise of TikTok. Right? So I mean, it is what it is. So but people are on here getting really, like, you are really hurt and emotional, and you are really messing up. Like, your world is messed up if people do not engage you. And if you comment on somebody's shit and they don't engage you, you are tore up. Like, what are you doing? Motherfuckers, we live in Tron. That's what the internet is. The internet is Tron, okay? We all put on these fucking avatars. We go on the shit. We play these little games. And we might survive and we might not. That's what the fuck the internet is. You are in Tron, okay? And you get upset because you fucking lost in the light cycle arena that day. Or somebody threw the light disc at you and hit you and knocked you off your rings. Motherfucker, you live in Tron. This shit is not real. Listen, here's what I would implore you to do. And it's so fucking simple. And I'm telling you, you already know this. You just need me cussing at you to get you to do it. Take one day. Obviously not today. You already fucked today up. Maybe tomorrow. Whatever. Take one day and just don't get on the internet. No social media. All right. If you got to check email, fine. But don't use Twitter. Don't use Instagram. Don't use Facebook. Don't use any of that shit. One day. Halfway through that day, I promise you, this is going to be true for most of you. You will physically feel different. Some of you will feel that way after 3 hours off of social media, right? Because you're addicted. That's an addict response, right? It's like a withdrawal. Like, your body will feel different. Although it won't affect you like in the negative way that drugs might. What will happen to you when you're not on social media is you will feel better. You will physically feel better, right? And you know why? Because it's chemistry, right? This is physically affecting you. That's not all mental. It's not all emotional. It's physical. And Facebook knows it's physical, and Instagram knows it's physical, and Twitter knows it's physical, and TikTok knows it's physical. They all know it's physical. This is science. This is not an opinion. Okay? So, try it. Just try it. Give me one day. Just get off. See what you get done. See who you talk to. See how you feel. See what you eat. See when you eat. See how in the moment you are. See what you watch, what you don't watch. I mean, just, it will change you. Just tap out of being Tron for one day. And you will feel the difference. Some of you already know, right? You already know. Anyhow, I just wanted to kind of put that out there. The point of this entire video technically is you are under no obligation to engage. That's true for something that you see, and that is true for something that you post, okay? If you post something and people start responding to it, you are under no obligation to engage them. You already engaged them because you posted. That's your engagement. And everybody understands boundaries and self-care and time management until you ain't fucking with them. When you're not responding to them, then all that shit goes out the window. Well, guess what? It's still true. It's still real, motherfucker. Right? Access is not access. You feel me? Like that is, I'm just because somebody, you have access to somebody does not mean they are obligated to engage you. That is not what it is. That is not your life. That's not your life in the real world. People can't just walk up to your house, ring the doorbell, motherfucker, you got to go to the door. Right? When somebody calls you up, you don't have to stay on the phone. Like, you don't even have to answer that motherfucker, right? But for some reason, you have to respond. Fuck that. You are under no obligation to engage. This is not your job. For many of you, it's not your hobby. It is not your religion. It is your addiction. It is your addiction. All right? I think that's all I have to say. I got to go in here and get to work. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day.